Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action, sanctioned by the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance.
Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to World Championship Wrestling. I'm Tony Schiavone, your host for this exciting program here today as you're ringside with the NWA, the Major League of Professional Wrestling. Now, last week we told you we would have a special on the tournament, tag team tournament for the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup coming up at the Superdome. Of course, that'll be with us a little bit later on here today. U.S. Heavyweight Champion Magnum TA is here. The National Heavyweight Champion Tully Blanchard with James J. Dillon. Dusty Rhodes with Baby Doll. Magnum TA. Nikita Koloff. Many other top stars. Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Manvine. The World Tag Team Champions. The Midnight Express. And many, many other top stars. We're ready to go. Let's go to the ring. Tully Blanchard, National Heavyweight Champion. Going up against Don Turner. Winning the title from the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And an offer of a handshake. And Don Turner maybe will think twice about that next time. Uh-oh. Lock up in the center of the ring. No doubt about it, when you're the National Heavyweight Champion, you are in the top 5 in the world. And Tully Blanchard is always, at least it seems that way, and I know it's not the case, but always seems to be with a title. He and JJ got on TV here and said, 4 weeks. 4 weeks, and we're going to have the National Heavyweight title from Dusty Rhodes. Well, it's about 5.5 weeks now gone by, and they have the title. Tully getting upset about the chant of the fans. Seeing Turner lock up again. Good move by Blanchard. Right to a hammerlock. As you take a look at the administrative director of TB Enterprises, J.J. Dillon. Really has a lock on that belt too, doesn't he? Blanchard asking referee Pee Wee Anderson. Also on the program here today, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with Precious. As Dillon looks on, Blanchard continues to apply the pressure to that left arm. Got the break. Advice in the corner again. Dillon is the administrative director because he does a lot more than just stand in his man's corner. Has a lot of chores and a lot of duties in TB Enterprises. All right, Blanchard just taunting on Don Turner. Don't take it away from him, though. He is a great champion. A great athlete. Blanchard now back to the corner. Now let's see what Turner tries. Not a good corner for him to be in, as you can see. And he backs away with a clean break. Smile of confidence on the face, both now Dillon and Blanchard. Right there, I'm sure all the fans around the world are saying, you ought to just haul off and smack him. But Turner is not doing it. Boy, this is intimidation. Strict intimidation right here. Now Turner pushes him back in again. Couple of shoulder blocks with Blanchard with the knee. For about the 5th time, the knee, and Turner takes a spill right onto the floor. Right beside of Dillon, too, as you can see. Blanchard picks up the big man with a slam. And an elbow. just grabs these tights and jerks him right up. Blanchard, one of the, well, I guess you'd call him the three horsemen now. Ric Flair, the world champion. Arn Anderson, the world TV champion. And now Tully Blanchard, national heavyweight champion. It was considered the four horsemen before Ole Anderson was severely injured by the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Turner, put up on the rope for the slingshot. Oh, down he goes. Ah, Turner's out. Tully Blanchard. And here they are, Tully Blanchard Enterprises.
You hear out of the place? First words out of your mouth should be congratulations to the new national heavyweight champion.
Congratulations, new national heavyweight champion.
That was a very hollow congratulations. You should be more excited because what you saw was a classic demonstration of wrestling skill and how it should be done. It was like taking candy from a baby.
I'll tell you what, you know, Tony Schiavone, you get a lot of people out here that lack maybe a little bit of experience, but they get in there and they do their best and they fight. This guy right here embarrassed his family and everything else. He didn't want to fight. He was in such awe of being in the ring with the national heavyweight champion. He didn't know what to do. But that's where you got to take your hat off to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. At least the 2 times world heavyweight champion and former world television champion and former national heavyweight champion and former superlatives I can't even say, but they all start with former. Dusty Rhodes will get in there and fight you, as you saw last week with the greatest match, where the best man did win. The new national heavyweight champion, Tully Blanchard, along with the administrative director of our corporation, James J. Dillon.
Now, where do we go from here? What is the obvious question? What is the next great step? The Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup is obviously the next thing in mind because we've got the insurance. Now we're talking about picking up $1 million payday, and that's a lot of bucks. And it's coming soon. We're talking about April in New Orleans, and we're going to be right in the thick of it. In fact, we should be seated number 1.
We're coming right back. The fans and their leader, Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant, against Big Bob Owens with a great hip toss. And another one. Fans at ringside are ecstatic. As Valiant, the leader of the people, his street brothers and sisters, he calls them. Fans everywhere love him. Onto the arm now of Owens. Down by the hair he goes. Pee Wee Anderson saw that. Oh! The Boogeyman plants one on the referee. Right on target, too.
Hey, Tony, you you seen Paul Jones? Huh? Where's the ring going?
I have not seen Paul Jones. The question he was asking over here at our ringside location. But from what I've heard from Paul Jones as of late, boy, that's gotta hurt. What I've heard from Paul Jones is that he's going to increase his army. Now, Paul Jones's army consists of Baron Von Raschke, the Barbarian, T-Joe Khan, and Paul Jones now says he will increase his army. His army is going to get bigger. Well, if you ask me, those three men are big and mean enough to do damage to anybody as Bob Owens hits hard on the floor. And now Valiant right up against the post. But it's fairly obvious from the words of Paul Jones, and not only that from Jimmy Valiant, the war has been rekindled. The deep hatred these two men have for each other. Owens goes with the turnbuckle. Into the stomach now, Valiant, elbow, and the elbow drop. The patented Jimmy Valiant move. That's it. And the fans explode at ringside as Jimmy Valiant wins once again on World Championship Wrestling. Still no answer from the Russians on that lucrative contract for this U.S. heavyweight title. And Magnum, you just got to wonder, maybe it's the Kremlin behind this, not letting the Koloff sign any contract.
Well, you know, I'm getting a little fed up with all these political negotiations to begin with. This is professional wrestling. I don't really care what the Kremlin wants. I don't really care what Nikita Koloff wants. But what I'm tired of is waiting for the time to come around when he has enough guts to walk in that ring with me. Now, it's real plain and simple. United States heavyweight title is what he wants. I signed a contract. Whether he thinks it's lucrative enough or not, that's beside the point. It is a fair contract. Jim Crockett Promotions wrote it all out. Everything's on the up and up. And I'll defend the United States Heavyweight Championship against Nikita Koloff whenever he deems it fit to get himself in that ring, get himself all fired up, and come try to take me out. You know what I think the problem is here? That on reviewing all the things they've done, Ivan Koloff's realized that maybe he's pushed his nephew Nikita in a little over his head. Maybe he's pushed him into a situation where he's going to embarrass all of Russia by showing all the people out there that they're not half the athletes they think they are. Now, Nikita, you always look real good when you're blindsiding people, when you got somebody else out there helping you. But the fact of the matter is that when we were out here fighting on television, if there hadn't been about 20 guys to come pull us apart, you might still be laying out here on this floor. This belt's around my waist. This is the bait. This is the challenge that I'm presenting to you. The contract signed when you're man enough to walk in the ring. Then and only then will we settle this issue.
All right. Those words from the U.S. champion, still the U.S. champion, Magnum TA. Let's go to the ring. I'll tell you what, that entrance is an event in itself. The one and only gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with Precious going up against Bill Mulkey.
How was that, baby? Hey, this don't look like Wahoo McDaniels to me, you know? This don't look like Wahoo.
All right, he immediately starts off shouting the name of Wahoo McDaniel. There's a knee. Picks up Monkey. Puts him hard onto the mat. Garvin, one of the finest wrestlers in the world. And you would think that he wouldn't be throwing out the challenges to a man the caliber of McDaniel if he didn't think he couldn't back it up. Knee to the midsection. There he goes again. Left foot to the head. I tell you, I think that Bill Mulkey may have been surprised because after that entrance, he kind of just, there's Precious at ringside. He kind of just look at Garvin. Well, I'm sure that's an inspiration. Kind of look at Garvin and say, gosh, what is this guy going to come up with next? And all of a sudden he's on you with a series of knee lifts and kicks. Mulkey trying to come back now. Standing up, Mulkey with the right hand. Oh, Garvin, what a great elbow that was. Right at the side of the head. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. Retaliation with that elbow, and now up high. The brainbuster suplex. Mulkey is down, and he is out. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with Precious.
I don't know.
As we take a look once again at Gorgeous Jimmy and Precious. And right here, Baby Doll.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Wahoo McDaniels is a very close personal friend of Dusty Rhodes, and I have one word for Jimmy Garvin from Wahoo McDaniel, and that is he's coming. Don't worry about these guys that you may beat on TV. That's fine, but Wahoo McDaniel's after you.
All right, that was words from Baby Doll to Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with Precious. We'll be back right after this timeout. Standing by at ringside, Jim Cornette, manager of the World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express.
David Crockett on special assignment today. The Columbia School of Broadcasting is using him today as a bad example. I know, Tony, you're being just happy to fill in for him. As a matter of fact, I'd be happy if you'd fill in for him permanently. Now, a lot of things going on, and Tony, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to ask you for a sensible opinion for once, and if you can muster it up, give it to me. The Midnight Express are the World Tag Team Champions, is that right?
That's correct, Jim.
So then it's a foregone conclusion we're going to be the #1 team in the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup $1 million tag team tournament, right? Foregone conclusion.
Well,
we got to be the #1 seed, right?
I'm sure.
I'm glad you agree. We got to be the #1 because we're the World Tag Team Champions, and that means that we're the best there are. And now, Road Warriors. I understand the Road Warriors won a title shot. Precious, Paul Ellering mouthing off. Let me tell you something, Ellering. What you better do with your Road Warriors is you better get a little bit more finger paint and put it on their faces, and you better get them in the gym and get them in shape and then take them out in the ring and have them beat somebody credible and get a little bit of a reputation and then come see me, because right now they are just not ready for the Midnight Express. I would hesitate to think what would happen to them if they got in the ring with a couple of guys as tough as Loverboy Dennis and Beautiful Bobby. Now, Rock and Roll Express last week on TV, everybody saw they physically attacked me, Tony Schiavone, like cowards. They attacked me 2-on-1. You were standing right here. You know they did. They tried to beat me up, and even two of them, as you can see, could not finish me off because I'm a tough, macho kind of guy. But that's the kind of people Rock and Roll Express are. They're back jumpers. They're cowards. They like 2-on-1. They didn't want to stick around 1-on-1 with me where the odds would be even. They wanted to double up on me. Rock and Roll, you're cowards, you're back jumpers, and you're never going to get the World Tag Team Championship belts back because the Midnight Express is more than capable of taking care of you. And you try to put me in that cage, you two punks, and I promise you something, there's going to be a lot of trouble, because that's the only reason they ever wanted me to put me in a cage in the first place, is because they're scared of me and they're scared of the greatest team in professional wrestling today, Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
There they are, the NWA World Tag Team Champions, and here's Jim Cornette again.
Tony, as you can see, all the illiterates in the audience screaming, "Where's your belts? Where's your belts?" Well, for your information, I know a couple of jewelers, and I'm having those belts shined up and polished up real nice because $1 million tag team tournament coming up, Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup, an occasion like that where we're going to be the #1 team, an occasion like that demands that we be looking at our spiffiest, the new tights that my mother designed, and we're going to have our belts shined up real nice for those jewelers, so don't worry about that. Now, you see the Road Warriors, the Rock and Roll Express, none of that bothers the Midnight Express. Now, here's a team right here that could give the Midnight Express a very tough battle, Tony Schiavone. Look at them. They're in fine physical condition. They're giants of a man. They obviously have nothing to lose. They're going to go at it with everything they've got without regard to physical harm for themselves. I think that this could be the toughest battle that the Midnight Express have ever had with these two guys right here. Lee Peak and Little Orphan Annie, what's his name? Look at that haircut, huh?
Phil Brown.
Phil Brown. Hey, look, Dennis is saying right now, Dennis is in trouble. The man had Dennis in a predicament. That's wrestling talk, Tony. If you were a sportsman, you'd know that. He had Dennis in a predicament, but luckily Bobby came in with the tag and made a legal rescue.
All right, beautiful Bobby with a good hip toss.
What? That was a flying mare, Tony. You don't know a wristlock from a wristwatch, do you? Look at this. This man will teach you some wrestling right here. Oh!
Oh, what a move.
That was a profound statement. Tony, I can see once again your porch lights are on, but nobody's home. Look at this. These men are giving the Midnight Express the most vicious battle that they've ever had since they've been in
Wait a
professional
second,
wrestling.
Jim.
Hey, the Rock and Roll Express couldn't last 5 minutes without Midnight Express. The Road Warriors can't last 10 minutes with anything except the dinner table. They both weigh 300 pounds. They need an oxygen tank in the ring with these men. But look at these two guys, Lee Peak and Phil, what's his name? They are giving these men the toughest battle they've ever had. Look, Dennis is hopeless. He can't do nothing with the man.
Uh-oh. Jim Cornette now up on the apron of the ring. Now we need to ask Cornette, what was it you told
I
him?
had to give the man some advice. I was afraid we might lose our titles right here on national television, and then ain't even a title match. You can see how much trouble we're in.
You look worried to me.
I'm worried. I'm a worried kind of guy. Honey.
Okay, Bobby has Phil Brown raking that arm across the boot.
Bobby's boots get a little scuffed up during the course of defending the World Tag Team Championship. The man he knows he got Bobby in a problem, so he's offered to clean the boots off of Bobby and Dennis. Dennis!
All right.
Go for a draw. Go for a time limit draw, Dennis.
Loverboy Dennis with a big knee.
Look how tough these guys are, man. They're going to go to a time limit draw with the World Tag Team Champions.
Your men are absolutely destroying these men. You know
We're
it.
having a hard time, Tony. Would I lie? I never lie. All these rednecks, all these idiots, these morons that write me all these letters complaining about I lie about the Rock and Roll Express, I lie about this, I lie about that. I have never in my life told a lie, and that's the truth.
Right in the corner, the tag is made to Lee Peak.
Look at the way the man storms into the ring like that, going after Bobby. Jimmy! I don't know what to do, guys.
It's obvious. Beautiful Bobby just letting Peak. Hives with
A
a...
lucky move there, a lucky move there.
A
It
backbreaker.
saved our necks. It saved our necks. Hey, we beat the Rock and Roll Express in 5 minutes. The Road Warriors wouldn't be no contest. America's Team Dusty Rhodes, American Dream, Magnum TA, America's Hot Throb, Baby Doll, Perfect 10. They wouldn't be no contest. I'm talking about a credible team. A team that's got a lot of wins under their belt. Like Lee Peak and Phil What's-His-Face right here. That's who we like to wrestle because it's competition. I can't help you, Dennis. It's against the rules. We don't want no America's Team. We don't want no Road Warriors, no Rock and Roll Express. We want a team that'll give us some competition like this. Those other guys are just garbage, man.
When have you ever let the rules stand in your way?
Hey, let me tell you something, Tony. I still am about 3 or 4 pounds heavier than you are and standing about 2 inches taller than you, and I could slap you down at any given moment.
The team of Lee Peak
Sound like you're losing your voice anyway.
and Phil Brown have been reeling from this vicious attack by the World Tag Team Champions. You only can sit here and wonder what they're going to think of next, what they're going to do to punish him. Peak gets thrown out.
Dennis was going to be a sportsman and catch the man when he fell out of the ring accidentally by his own self, but unfortunately Dennis missed him.
All right, you see Bobby with Peak up.
The man's falling out of the ring again, but Dennis, no, Dennis, I didn't really say nothing. I meant for him to help the man.
All right, down on the floor again. Peak trying to fight his way back. But I tell you, when you hit that floor that hard, there's nothing much you can do to fight back.
See, we got a momentary advantage, so we're trying to be sportsmen. The man fell out of the ring because he's just a little bit awkward, a little bit out of breath, so we helped him back in. Would you say this is one of the toughest teams you've ever seen, Tony Schiavone? I'm not talking about the Midnight Express. Everybody knows how tough we are. I'm talking about this Lee Peak and Phil What's-His-Name.
I think
one of the toughest combinations ever. Who cares what you think?
Well, you have taken 2 inexperienced young men and have just humiliated them here on TV. Big boot to the face. Now Bobby, high up on the top turnbuckle. Dennis has him. Slammed on Phil Brown. And that is it. They are awesome.
We thank the ladies and gentlemen of the press for being with us this afternoon. For over 50 years, the Jim Crockett organization has insisted on presenting the finest in quality and exciting spectator entertainment. For the last number of years, its founder, the late Jim Crockett Sr., brought to millions of fans the finest in professional wrestling throughout this country. This tradition of excellence and this highest standards of competition continues under the able direction of his family. Today, we're pleased to announce the selection of the host city for the 1986 James Crockett Sr. Memorial Cup, featuring the top talent in professional wrestling. After a lengthy review of the many cities bidding for this fine event, that final decision was made, and New Orleans, Louisiana was selected. We're here to present some of the details regarding that stellar competition, its all-star participants, and ticket information we know that all our wrestling fans will want to hear. With us today is the family of Mr. Crockett, including David, Jackie, Francis, and the president of our company, James Crockett, Jr. But first, it is my sincere privilege to present the wife of our founder, Mrs. James Crockett, Sr. Mrs. Crockett?
Thank you. I and my family are very honored to have this tag team tournament named after my late husband, Jim Crockett. He was one of the original founders of the National Wrestling Alliance, and we wish for the Superdome in New Orleans a big success on the first annual Jim Crockett Sr. Memorial Cup Tag Team Tournament. And we look forward to possibly having next year's tournament in Charlotte, North Carolina.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a word from the Executive Vice President of the New Orleans Superdome, Mr. Bob Johnson.
We at the Superdome feel that we have the finest sports facility in the world. Most recently playing host to the Super Bowl 20. That was the 3rd Super Bowl to be held here, and we have another one scheduled in 1990. Also, we annually host the Sugar Bowl, the Bayou Classic, the world's largest carnival celebration indoors. We certainly feel that the only place in the world to have the inaugural Jim Crockett Sr. Memorial Cup Tag Team Championship Tournament would be in the Louisiana Superdome.
And now to give us details on this great event is the event coordinator for Jim Crockett Promotions Incorporated, Mr. Robert Garner. Rob?
Thank you very much. The Jim Crockett Sr. Memorial Cup will consist of 24 tag teams competing in 2 rounds of competition. The opening round will begin Saturday, April 19th at 12 noon. The final round will begin that evening at 7:30 p.m. Tournament and ticket information can be obtained through 2 toll-free telephone numbers. Outside the state of Louisiana, 1-800-535-5151, and inside the state of Louisiana, 1-800-228-3944. The National Wrestling Alliance requested Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine be responsible for seeding the teams in the tournament. Here representing Pro Wrestling Illustrated is Senior Editor Bill Apter to announce the top 10 seeds.
Thank you very much. These top 10 seeds of the 24-team field for the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup and the $1 million were prepared by the editors of Pro Wrestling Illustrated on March 9th. The top 10 seeds are, in the order of seeding, the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, America's Team, Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA, the National Wrestling Alliance World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express, NWA World Champion Ric Flair and World TV Champion Arn Anderson, from Canada, former AWA Champion Rick Martel and Canadian International Champion Dino Bravo, the Rock and Roll Express, from Japan, Tiger Mask and former NWA Champion Giant Baba. Also entering the tournament are the Koloffs from the Eastern Bloc, from Australia, the Kiwi Sheepherders, and finally, number 10, the Mid-South Tag Team Champions, Ted DiBiase and Steve Williams. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the President of the Universal Wrestling Federation, Mr. Bill Watts.
Thank you. You know, anybody that's been involved in wrestling knows of the tradition of the Crockett family. And certainly, we were fortunate enough to start a tradition with wrestling in the Superdome. And it's become one of the greatest spectator events in the world today, and we were very pleased to go together with the Superdome management and be able to put a bid in that got this fantastic tournament for our fans, for all the fans in the world. And you're talking about history being made, something that could never be done. This is the inaugural event, the first time ever that this cup will be at stake in $1 million with all the top teams in the world today. It's going to be the most fantastic spectator event, something that no one can afford to miss. We do have one thing that we want to add is that I have always had a dream that the Superdome would be the site of the NWA World's Championship changing hands. And we've put together another lucrative contract to give our fans the opportunity to see just such a situation. And we've had Ric Flair pull out of the tournament for the $1 million in the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Trophy to defend his world's heavyweight title against a guy that I've been fortunate enough to be associated with a long time, tag teamed with some, one of the first headliners as a young superstar of the first Superdome event ever. The man that I feel can beat Ric Flair, where the fans will see the world's title change hands. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I know, Bill, that's going to create some problems with some of the tag teams that are involved.
Well, we have studied this, and Magnum TA has chosen Ronnie Garvin to replace Dusty Rhodes because of his offensive ability, and Arn Anderson has taken Tully Blanchard on. However, the seedings will remain the same. Seedings will not change.
Well, I think it's going to be the most fantastic thing ever. We will have a surprise main event for the afternoon session. This is the first time ever also that we've had a tournament of this magnitude where there'll have to be an afternoon event to have the first round matches to get them out of the way so that when the people come for the evening session, they'll be into the finals. But we'll have a surprise main event, some great attractions. That'll be at $10 first come, first serve for the whole afternoon session. That ticket will not be good that evening. And then they get that evening, of course, this fantastic match with all the top talent anybody's ever dreamed of seeing in a fantastic tag team tournament, plus the World's Heavyweight Championship, and we hope to have one other great main event for that also. Thank you.
World Television Champion Arn Anderson, and we heard the announcement from Bill Watts. You and Tully Blanchard are 4th seed. That's a pretty good seed.
Well, number one, Tony Schiavone, I want to talk about one thing. Flair discussed this with myself and Tully Blanchard, and we all felt that he should get a crack at Dusty by himself so he can pay back a few little things that Dusty's been doing to our family personally. So we decided as a unit that Flair would do this, okay?
Okay.
All right. Number two, the fact I should be seated number one is simply on the fact that I am World Television Champion. That's what's got me perturbed. Seated 4th is not good enough. I'm not 4th rate. Tully Blanchard's not 4th rate. Ric Flair's not 4th rate, okay? The fact that Tully's my partner, well, who else? Anytime you put a combination, it could have very well been Tully and Flair, me and Flair, me and Tully. So that's fine and dandy. The only thing that's got me perturbed is the seating arrangement. You understand? But rest assured, we'll beat who we have to achieve what we have to, and that means $1 million split 2 ways, Tony Schiavone, as a hunk of cash. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know that.
Now, that aside, you've got a young man up here, Michael Jackson, that last week you gave a plug as being a good athlete, as being a good wrestler, a lot of talent. Granted, all that. So what I felt, being the athlete that I am, being the World Television Champion that I am, I'm going to do what Dusty Rhodes never did. I'm going to go out here week in and week out and defend this World Television title against only the top competitors. So we're going to give Michael Jackson a shot at the most prestigious belt in the world today, other than Ric Flair's World Heavyweight title, Tony Schiavone, and right here on national television.
Okay. Arn Anderson will defend his World TV title right here, right now. Let's go to the ring. For the NWA World TV title, Arn Anderson, the champion. On the right of your screen, going up against the opponent, the challenger, as you see the champion, Arn Anderson. And the challenger is Mike Jackson. There's Anderson. And Mike Jackson there. Locking up. Jackson was well prepared that time, as Arn Anderson gave a clean break. Now, what about the seeding in the tournament? I would think 4th seed is a great seed. But then again, I'm sure someone like Arn Anderson, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, I'm sure they wouldn't think so. Anderson just resting on the top rope now. Now Anderson offering Mike Jackson just to walk out of the ring and forget the match. All right. Jackson refuses. Still an offer from Arn Anderson as Jackson looks around at the fans. Same thing applies in this match from what you saw right there. That applied in the Tully Blanchard match earlier. It's intimidation as much as anything else. Arn Anderson realizes Mike Jackson doesn't want to go to the dressing room. However, it's intimidation. Anderson with a good headlock applied. Good tackle. Anderson. As Jackson tries a hip toss. Head scissors. Takes Anderson down. Arn Anderson obviously stunned by that move. Boy, Mike Jackson in top form again here today. Now Arn Anderson, as you can see, claiming that Jackson pulled him by the hair. Anderson still claiming to Pee Wee Anderson. But the referee didn't see it. Therefore, nothing can be called. And the fans now really getting on Arn Anderson. Anderson really upset. Now the intimidation has been taken away because Anderson, after that great move by Jackson, is really upset. Jackson reverses the move. Around to the other arm and an arm drag. Back in, Arn Anderson. One thing you don't want to do, at least I would think in this situation, is make Arn any madder than he is right now. And the fans on their feet. Jackson comes up with a headlock. Anderson has him now around the waist. Good takeover. Referee checking the hold that time as Arn Anderson tried to get out of it. And it's obvious these fans here have inspired Mike Jackson. Into the ropes. Good move by Anderson. Drop kick. Took him down. And Jackson comes right back up with a headlock. Now a couple of warnings now for Pee Wee Anderson. Obviously something that Anderson was complaining about. Fans, we have to take a short break and we'll be right back with more right after this time out. Back on World Championship Wrestling. Both men hooked up in the ring. Both trying to backslide. Who will prevail? Arn Anderson, great move. Oh, he missed with the left hand. Only got a 1 count that time. And now Anderson taking a breath here on the floor. Now remember, this is for the World TV title. Anderson slowly getting in. The chant of "Go, Mike, go." Anderson is looking around. You can better believe Anderson may be looking around, but he is doing a lot of planning, a lot of calculating for this match. Big left hand. And I mean, it really caught Jackson. Look at him. Down the mat. Once again, Anderson hurting his hand that time with the force of that blow. Now he has Mike Jackson reeling. Jackson trying to regain his composure. Anderson. Big elbow that time, and now using the ropes. Now here's where Arn's at his best. When he has the man stunned, when he has him hurt, to try and inflict more pain, more punishment. Jackson tries a drag, but Anderson came right up with the arm. Great move. Still now. Anderson has that left arm hook. Now remember, his favorite move is the gourd buster, which is a move similar to the suplex in that he goes up with the man. However, instead of going back over with him, he comes face down. Arm against the ropes, warning by the referee. Arn Anderson, one to the midsection. Up with the arm again. Anderson looking towards the fans again. Good kick out that time. Oh, he went right to an arm drag. Arn Anderson waiting for him that time. What a great match we're having. This is for the World TV title. Mike Jackson, who certainly has proven himself time and time right here, looking to take a major title from a great athlete. Oh, but he landed right forward on his chest. Hard slam by Arn Anderson. Anderson up on the turnbuckle. Off he goes. And Jackson just got away from it. Now Jackson in the midsection. Arn Anderson's reeling. And now high toss. One. Only got a one count. Anderson quickly out of it. Arn Anderson in major trouble right here. Well, I should say was in major trouble. Arn Anderson with that elbow. And now the gourd buster. What a devastating move that is. And that's it. The winner and still World TV Champion, Arn Anderson. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes with Baby Doll.
You don't have to apologize to my mama down in Houston, Texas for yesterday, last week, coming on here all week trying to take my clothes off, you understand? Because after what happened to me, I wondered what was left. When they take everything from you, when they take all your titles, when they take all the match you won, put everything in perspective, they've taken everything but my clothes, and I got to thinking about an old saying. When you come from the dust, you ain't got nothing but your own birthday suit, you understand? So if I have to wear my birthday suit to get some attention, I will. And that is a fact. Arn Anderson, right now the fans told you, you're next, you're last. leg gonna be broken before it's all over, before it's through. And Tully Blanchard, the national heavyweight champion, running around with my title. Ian Anderson running around my title. The only thing that they ain't got is my lady. And there's another guy out here sporting some fine-looking woman. But let me tell you what, there ain't no lady, no woman, anywhere like the doll is. The doll is number uno. So let me tell you something, Tully Blanchard. You tell Ric Flair we got a date with Destiny in the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. And I don't believe you're going to make it that far. I'll be looking at somebody else across that ring, Ric Flair, Slick Rick. So get ready for the biggest year in the history, because the dream, if I have to take my clothes off and go buck naked, live and in color on television, I'll call my mama and say, darling, don't watch, because I'm going to be running around showing it all. And it's going to happen, Jack.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes with Baby Doll. We're coming right back. The one, the only gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with Precious here on World Championship Wrestling.
It probably should be right down against the law, you know. It should be against the law that this girl and I walk around the country looking so fine. It's a crying shame. It's a crying shame that other people don't take lessons from us. I mean, I know I've told Tony this, and I'm going to tell you people right now. I would appreciate when I travel these arenas across the world, please, no smoking when I enter the ring, because it gets in Gorgeous Jay's hair. And after all, I got the only head of hair that's insured by Lloyd's of London. And now let's get down to business. Business, business, business. I'm really disappointed. That's right. Gorgeous Jimmy is disappointed. You know, I thought for sure today would be the day when Gorgeous Jay came in here to this wonderful superstation, the Major League of Professional Wrestling, and I would find me some Indian that I've been looking for. Now you say, what kind of Indian is that? And that reminds me of a riddle I got. What weighs 300 pounds, don't have a whole lot of hair, has some stinky beef jerky breath, and is invisible?
I don't know.
It's Wahoo McDaniels.
Wahoo McDaniels, of course. I don't see him nowhere. I sent him a plane ticket. He sent it back to me with $1,000 and said, please, leave me alone.
Listen, Gorgeous and Precious, he's not here today, but I think we have this word from Chief Wahoo McDaniel, and let's go to that right now.
Oh, well, this is a treat. Let's take a look.
Like we said, not here with us today, but there's a good look at a fine wrestler.
Listen, I'm not going to take anything away from the guy. By the looks of that film right there, listen to those people. I'm not going to take anything away from Wahoo McDaniel. He is a tough man. He is a legend. And I'm not scared. I don't care if you think I'm scared. I'm not scared of the man. I mean, what do you think, baby? What do you think? Do I have
Piece of cake,
It's a piece of cake.
It's a piece of cake.
You heard it right from Precious's mouth. It's a piece of cake. Gorgeous Jimmy is not afraid of that Indian. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. And it don't matter. The fact is this. I'm here and he's not. I didn't send in no video. I didn't send in no film. I came here live and in color. And where's he at? He sends in a video his mother probably put together. And by the way, Wahoo McDaniels, your days are numbered, pal. Let's get out of here.
I don't know if I want to make Wahoo McDaniel mad or not. The one, the only gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with Precious. We're coming right back. It comes to the surprise of absolutely no one that these two men are in the top 10 seeds for the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup, the Rock and Roll Express.
That's right, Tony. You know, we are in the top 10 seedings right there. That's going to be held there in New Orleans for that $1 million plus that big trophy. I like to say, let me tell you something, Midnight Express. You know, before we get to the Superdome, we got a lot of matches where Betty Lou's coming out. We might be the new NWA World's Tag Team Champions. Before we get to the Dome, we're looking forward to going there. At Midnight Express, you got what we want. That's the NWA titles, baby.
That's right, Tony. Like Brother said, for the Jim Crockett Memorial Cup and $1 million, the biggest prize ever in professional wrestling. And we're in the top 10 seedings, and we're going to be there. But now, Jimmy Cornette has come out here, and he has put the rock and roll down time and time again. But Cornette, like Brother here said, before we get the Superdome, those world titles are liable to be around our waist because it can be in Charleston, West Virginia, or it can be in Conway, or anywhere you want to go. We're going to come to put those titles around our waist. And now, week after week after week, Ric Flair has come out here on TV talking about all the little teeny boppers and what they could do. But let me tell you something, Ric Flair. All those little teeny boppers stand up for rock and roll, and I love each and every one of them, so does Brother here. So if you got anything to say to the Rock and Roll Express, Robert Gibson or myself, you come out here and do it and leave all these nice people alone. Tony, woo, you're going back.
It's a pleasure, baby.
All right, Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton, the Rock and Roll Express. Let's go to the ring. And back with us on World Championship Wrestling, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. On the left of your screen, going up against Tony Zane. There's a good look at one fine athlete from El Paso, Texas. One intense athlete from El Paso. Zane back to the corner, and the Bull gives a clean break. Now Zane with a headlock. Bull jumps down. Again. Great hip toss by the Raging Bull. Oh, and he picks him up. The Raging Bull. Now here's a man who was a former World Tag Team Champion. He and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, were Tag Team Champions of the world. So you can better believe that there's going to be plenty of people out there looking to take on the Bull as a partner for the tournament. Big knee lift that time. Tony Zane, a big guy, but the Bull is just throwing from post to post. That knee went on the forehead. And you talk about great tag teams, especially, let's say, great tag teams over the last 3 or 4 years. Raging Bull has to come into mind. Not many men have held on to those titles, but the Bull certainly is one of them. There's a good look of him. Back to the corner again.
1, 2.
Oh, boy. Right up against the chest. Reversal down. And the Bull fooled him that time. Oh, the big backhand. Raging Bull with another big right hand. Into the turnbuckle again. Tony Jane, great reversal. And the Bull once again connects with a big right forearm. I mean, those blows from the Raging Bull, you know, we talked about it from Wahoo McDaniel. The flying burrito. And Tony Jane down, and he is out. The Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, is the winner of this event. Tully Blanchard Enterprises, along with Arn Anderson, the World TV Champion. Of course, Tully, the National Heavyweight Champion. And here's the team. Pretty formidable team, I would think.
Your ratings have just taken a phenomenal jump in the last 10 seconds.
You know, I tell you, Tony Schiavone, it was hard-pressed to look for somebody that was as good as the Three Horsemen to be my partner. I tell you what, Flair, we decided he goes on, defends that world title, take Dusty Rhodes down for the last time, New Orleans, Louisiana. 4 seeds, should be number 1. The remaining 2 are the Four Horsemen, Arn Anderson, AA, and Tully Blanchard, the National Heavyweight Champion.
What 2 athletes are better conditioned than us, more experienced than us? 2 champions combined, Tony Schiavone, are going to be unbeatable. If you want to seed us 24th, do it. We'll beat 6 teams, 8 teams, or every team if we have to win $1 million because we got expensive habits.
And I got news for you. If you think that we can't go out on $1 million in New Orleans and have...
Hey.
Oh, my goodness. Baby Doll is here with us at ringside.
You know, I have a couple of words for all of you. And Arn Anderson, I'm going to start by you. You never beat Dusty Rhodes for the title, and you know it. Tully Blanchard, we all know how you won the title. I'm not going to embarrass everyone by telling you what kind of man you are. And J.J. Dillon, on my worst day, darling, I could knock you into tomorrow. And since you're talking about ratings, about how many people watch us, I am challenging you right now.
What is? She has challenged. She has challenged J.J. Dillon right.
You're challenging me.
James, just calm down. You're not going to go on national TV and embarrass Dusty Rhodes and Baby Doll. James, just...
Tony Schiavone, that woman will do anything to get a little affection. Any way she can to get somebody to hug her.
I think James is going to go in it.
J.J. Dillon is going up against Baby Doll. The challenge has been made. Oh, my. I can't begin to imagine what we're in for. I can't begin to imagine it all. Oh, here's America's team. It's Dusty and Magnum. And they're all in the ring. Oh, Magnum in with Arn Anderson as Tully takes the shoe. Magnum, sunset flip. And Tully comes in for a save. Both men with Magnum up. Dusty and Magnum both have him down. Blanchard over the top rope. Belly to belly. And now Rhodes up on the turnbuckle. They have that right leg of Arn Anderson. They have the leg of Arn. Oh! Payback has come to Arn Anderson. They have him again. JJ trying to drag Arn Anderson away. Still, they're pulling on him. And look at Magnum. Now they're going for the leg of Blanchard. Arn Anderson is hobbling off the best he can. And there goes Blanchard and Dillon. America's team coming in to clean house. Now, once again, a good look at America's team standing there. And here they are together, the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez and Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant.
Ah, Tony Schiavone! Every day that sun rises and that sun goes down. Paul Jones, when it's all over, the Boogeyman and the Raging Bull, we still gonna be together. You understand where I'm coming from, brother? I say the Bully Willie and the Boogeyman are together. You see, they're building a Ford Army to take care of the Boogeyman. Where you see, I go right to the good old USA and get my street brother. And I'm coming at you, baby. We're not afraid of you, Bear Von Raschke. We're not afraid of you, Khan. We're not afraid of you, Mr. Weasel Paul Jones and Barbarian. Tell him about
You know something? It's been a long time. Veteran tried, pride and blue, baby. And I'll tell you something. Weasel Jones, you can do all the talking in the world, but we came together one time and devastated over your armies. We're coming together again, baby. And I ain't boxing in the shadows no more. I'm coming out. And when the bull comes out, baby, there ain't no more pushing on. Porque yo soy el hombre, el toro de San Antonio y el corazón de todos los latinos. Cuando yo vengo a luchar, yo vengo a luchar a ganar. Y amigo, el Boogie Woogie, van a ver toda la gente que aquí van a caer el Paul Weasel Jones and Barbarian, T.J. Khan, and Baron Von Raschke, baby. You're messing with the men. And when you're going to mess with somebody, you want to mess with these two. Because we're street proven, daddy. And when we prove it, we stamp you. USDA, ground beef, baby. Because that's what the bull does, and that's what the boogeyman does best. Take care of business. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
And one more thing,
we're coming after you, baby.
We're going to be in that big cup race right there in New Orleans. It's going to be announced next week. We're together forever.
All right, the Raging Bull and the Boogeyman Jimmy Valiant. Let's go to the ring. Oh, the response the fans gave Ron Garvin going up against Ken Glover. There is no doubt that this man, Ron Garvin, is one of the top wrestlers in the world, one of the most respected wrestlers in the world. Oh, and one of the toughest in the world. My goodness. Suplex. Ron Garvin. Right forearm against the chest. Ken Glover wondering when the bell rang. Because as soon as the bell rang, Glover was assaulted. Headbutt. Continuous headbutts. Right hand again. Now Garvin just measured him. Glover, though, trying to fight back. Garvin. No doubt about it, one of the most fierce men in wrestling. Right down to face of the mat. Well, obviously can't pin him that way. Garvin just laying on him from behind. Display of some wrestling holds here as he pulls right on that chin. Good look at that. Now back to the turnbuckle. Pee Wee Anderson calling for the break. What about Dusty Rhodes and Magnum? We're going to hopefully get to talk to someone about that. And what happened out here as we take a look at quite an athlete, Ron Garvin. Smack away. And Ken Glover. Hard, he goes down to the mat. Garvin now rakes him down the back. Garvin knows how to hurt you. He stalks you. Ever notice that? He'll flip the man to a corner, or let's say to the side of the ring. And by the time the man turns around, he's right head up with Ron Garvin again. Now back to the ropes. Garvin. Hitting Glover again. And now trying for a pin. No! Hooks him up. Maybe he was going to try to pin him that time. Garvin's not ready.
No!
Good look at Ron Garvin. This move right here is what has been described as the sugar. Pulling back on the arms while taking the man's head and forcing the chin right down on the chest, as you can see. Garvin up with a headlock again. That time Glover missed, but Garvin did not. Garvin didn't miss. And Glover's not going to get up. Okay, you heard the words from Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, James Gigolo.
Well, let me tell you something. We're going to be Mr. Nice Guy no more. We've been taken advantage of for the last time. Baby doll come out here strutting her stuff because she was mesmerized by all the gold that's blinding her that used to belong to her a long time ago. I'm talking about the world television title proudly held by Mr. Arn Anderson. I'm talking about the National Heavyweight Championship belt held by Mr. Tully Blanchard. And she come out here strutting nothing but her butt. And she tried to set me up to get that Goon Squad out here that they call America's team to try and cripple my boys. But they left unscathed, and most important is we still got the hardware.
You know, I tell you what, Dusty Rhodes, you get a point today. You did something I didn't think could be done, but you got one step up. That's like a double jump in checkers because you lost us on a cool moment. And you snuck up behind like the dogs you are. You and Magnum TA can't get in the ring and face us man to man because right here is too tough for you. He took that from you, and I took this from you last week on national television, Dusty Rhodes. And everybody knows, Magnum, you didn't win the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. So that just goes to show y'all are all second-class citizens. So you come out here and you think and devise this big plan up and sneak up to take down 2 of the 4 horsemen. It worked. Well, it worked, and you jumped off, but no broken leg. The man is right here. He's standing there 2 legs. He might have a bruise, but he's getting back in the ring next week. And I am too, but the proof is in the pudding, Arn. We got these, and you got nothing.
Cowboy boot on the leg. How's that leg feeling anyway?
We were up there horse laughing at what was a hilarious situation that Baby Doll wanted to get her hands on JJ for her own personal reason. While we were having a laugh, they jumped us from behind.
You heard about Johnny Bench?
Yeah, that is frustration on their part because, as we said, we've got what you want. You want things, we have things. We have the income that goes with being these champions. We have the prestige that goes with being these champions. And the bottom line is, Dusty Rhodes, you're at the bottom of the heap now. You got to prove yourself. We don't even have to fool with you. You're not even a contender. And as far as America's team goes, We're in better shape than you are. We're better athletes than you are. And we've got our ace in the hole, namely James J. Dillon, which gives us that edge that'll always push us over the top. Tony Schiavone, we are the three horsemen.
Ask me why I'm looking over my back.
Why are you looking over
your back? I gotta watch their backs because Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, Ronnie Garvin, and the whole rest of the pack are nothing but a bunch of back jumpers.
Face to face.
And they're
Tony
chasing the
Schiavone,
pack.
face to face. Just ask him to come face to face.
Boy, three irate men. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and James J. Dillon. The action doesn't stop here. We're coming right back. That is a very familiar face in the sports world. The face of the Russian Nightmare.
Hey, American, at least we have found one American who recognizes nephew Nikita as being superior athlete. I am tired of these mega TA. Come on, talk. How he's in contract and Nikita no sign. You see what I got here? Yeah, these are more than mega TA. Maybe cry little more mega TA. How many wrestlers he says stop a fight before?
Said around 20.
Yeah, 15 old Nikita. 5 old mega TA. Last week we tear up the contract Jim Crockett promotion. Signed by this Magnum TA. They embarrass us. They insult us by giving us a contract such as this. The Kremlin won't accept it. Nephew Nikita won't accept this. Whenever you're ready to meet our stipulations, our terms, then Nikita, and only then, will nephew Nikita meet you on television and defeat you for the United States heavyweight title. You've been avoiding Nikita because you fear him, because he is a better wrestler than you. More ability, stronger than you. And you're going to find it the hard way. It's going to happen. It's inevitable that it's going to happen someplace around the world. Magnum TA, the time is closing in on you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just like you, Road Warriors. Now the time is up for you. Up in Michigan, Grand Rapids, Lansing, Saginaw, inside the cage. Time is up for you. It's not going to be Road Warriors anymore. It's going to be Road Wins. Yes, you heard me. We're going to take great pleasure at beating you up, just like in Cleveland. We're going to do it in double chain match. Oh, what a good time we're going to have. We're going to have you down on your knees, begging for us to stop. We're going to say no after we slap you some more. Maybe we're going to hurt a little bit, but the Road Warrior going to hurt a lot more than superior Russian athletes. They talk about this Jim Crockett Memorial, the first Cup Tag Team Tournament, $1 million. Well, we're looking forward to this also. You see, there's a lot of teams that's very upset, a lot of tension. You've seen earlier with this Dusty Rhodes out there, Arn Anderson, trying to break legs. But the intent is there. For $1 million, I know a lot of Americans out there would do something very serious to their own family. Well, you can be sure of one thing. Nikita, my nephew, and myself don't care about Americans or anyone else. We're going to take the $1 million. And Magnum TA, it is destiny. Nephew Nikita is going to be next United States heavyweight champion.
All right, Ivan and Nikita Koloff. Very briefly right here, we'd like to say happy anniversary to Bob and Linda Owens of Saginaw, Michigan, who celebrated our 56th anniversary just this past Friday. They wrote and told us they watch us each and every week, and they'll be going to the matches Monday night. Congratulations from all of us up to you in Saginaw, Michigan. If you'd like to write to us, anniversary announcements of 50 years or more, write to us at World Championship Wrestling, 1250 South Omni International, Atlanta, 30303. Please write to us. If you'd like to write to one of your favorite stars you see here each and every week, put that wrestler's name on the top of the envelope, and that'll get right to him. Let's go to the ring. Big cowboy. I mean a big cowboy. Black Bart going up against the big man himself and Carl Styles. Bart picks up Styles, slams him hard. High back toss. Bart, who is a former national heavyweight champion. He's a former tag team champion. from what he told us on an earlier program, he has his sights set on the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title. And that, of course, held by Sam Houston, another Texan. Bart. That takes one mean individual right there. Right on the elbow of Carl Styles. And now, using that metal hook that runs between the turnbuckle and the ring post. Styles is really hurting. Really in a lot of pain, as you can see. Bart, that's over 300 pounds down on that one arm. Here's a reminder, David Crockett will be back with us next week. David on special assignment again this week, and certainly we're seeing excitement here today because we have the best stars in the world. As you know, with the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup coming up at the Superdome, a lot of planning still needs to be done, and David is down in New Orleans at this time. Some more arrangements on that gigantic tournament coming up at the Superdome. Oh, and by the way, we've been talking about the Cup. You saw the 10 top teams, top seeded teams. Next week on World Championship Wrestling, we'll give you all 24 seeds. All 24 seeds in the tournament. Next week, right here on World Championship Wrestling. Bart slams Carl Styles very hard. One thing I'd like to say about the Cup is that there are a lot of teams from other countries, and I certainly would like to see the Cup stay here in the USA. And we certainly hope that does happen.
Come on, Asty!
Bart now, with that big leg across Carl Styles, as the referee checks to see if that's a pin or not. Headbutt. Bart with a little smile as he slowly gets to his feet. And now a right elbow. Right across the eyes again, Bart. Hard slam, he just picked him up and threw him down. Bart now has a long way to go for this compactor. The hook 'em horn sign as he falls right on top of Styles. Oh, 300 plus pounds. There it is. Okay, Ron Garvin, you hear the fans. Another impressive win.
Well, thank you, Tony. I'd like once again say thank you very much for the cards and letters to the fans. It's always good to hear from y'all. You know, as everybody knows, Ronnie Garvin in 1986 set out to do something, is to get the belt, wrestling title away from Ric Flair, the world's champion, and I have not given up on it. Ric Flair, Ronnie Garvin, the hands of stones has got coming down hard on you, real hard. That's what it takes. And you're not going to make it to the James Crockett Senior Memorial Cup, if I can help it. You know, everybody knows now that Magnum TA and I are going to be partners. Well, I asked Magnum his feelings about teaming up with me for that cup, and he said it was fine with him. He was very pleased, and I know I'm very pleased because I couldn't find a better partner anywhere in the world. And I think our chances of winning it are real great because I think we're going to be a great combination. I get butterflies thinking about it, get butterflies in my stomach because I've never wrestled in my life. This is the greatest wrestling event in professional wrestling, in the history of professional wrestling. And we're talking about wrestling for $1 million. Well, I've never wrestled for $1 million. Right. And like I said, I got butterflies in my stomach just thinking about it. We're talking about prestige. We're talking about
the biggest ever. We're talking about teams from other countries. We're talking about the biggest, toughest competition all around the world. And it's really going to be something. I'm very pleased to be in it. And Dusty Rhodes is going to be wrestling Ric Flair. But if I can help it, Ric Flair is not going to make it. But anyway, I'm very pleased again to say, you know, like I say, I got butterflies in my stomach. I've done a lot of things in my life. But I never thought I'd get to wrestle for $1 million.
Brother, you're going to be the greatest partner in the world. We're going to get that $10 million, and a whole lot of people are going to feel the hands of Stone and Magnum TA taking them out in that Memorial Tournament.
We'll see you next week on World Championship Wrestling.